Alright, so I'm doing another video. Last video I did, I said I had a motovox, little 80cc mini bike that I'm going to be doing. This is it. I got these actually pretty patriotic fenders and stuff from Go Power Sports. So we're going to be turning this to an American theme for this mini bike. So it came with an 80cc, the motor seized. So I put a Predator 80cc motor in there, or 79cc motor in there. And we took it out camping. I was trying to let my daughter get a little bit of practice on it. And she got really mad at me because it wasn't going fast enough. It wasn't even able to actually kind of ride her around in the grass. So I'm going to be pulling this out, tearing it out, putting a 212 in there. And it should line up just fine. The holes are already drilled in it and stuff. But yeah, we're going to be throwing a 212 in here. So in this video, that's what we're doing. The 212 is right here. So we got this 212. It came out of the Blue Bullet go-kart that we have. And it's got an oil leak. I'm going to have to tear into it. Probably take out the governor and put a performance kit on it as well. But this is going to be it. It is a Hemi. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing in this video. So we're going to get started on that. And you'll see how well it goes. Hopefully it fits just fine. Not sure. We'll just try to get in there and see how stock fits in a motovox for those people that want to put a stock motor in there without doing a performance kit or anything. But we'll get started on that. Okay, so I noticed this thing's actually leaking grease. Do you see that? This motor ain't old. I mean, it's not even 6 months old. I just got it. It's still leaking grease. So I think I hooked up the throttle cable a little bit differently on this, and I think it kind of bypassed the governor on it for the 80cc, because this thing still did like 33 miles an hour, which was pretty insane for a little 80cc motor. So let's see if that seems a Predator fits in there. Let's see if this thing even fits in here. Because some people just want to do a stock motor and not have to do the performance kit. But you know what? I tell you what, that's what you have to do. So the exhaust and the air filter are definitely getting in the way right here on the frame for even the bolts to line up. So you got to take this off. You got to take the air filter off just to get a 212 in there. It's actually it's freaking huge in this thing. So, I mean, I see a lot of people doing it online, and these things are quick. The little motovox. I mean, the whole frame itself probably only weighs maybe, I'd say probably 55 pounds, maybe, without the motor in there. So the 212 in there, that's a lot of power for such a lightweight motor or bike. So we'll have to tear this one apart, because this one actually has an oil leak as well, so the gasket needs to be replaced on it, and I have no gasket. But we'll have to take off the exhaust and the air filter just to get it in there. So we're going to do that, and then we'll see what kind of room we have left. Okay, so tearing into this Predator more, you can see this thing has all sorts of oil all over it. I just drained the oil out of it, and I guarantee that the person that did this didn't. You come in here, Dave. Oh no, I'm on video. I guarantee that the person that had this motor before didn't break it in. I looked at the oil. There's some little bit of metal shards in there, and I've checked the head and everything, and I don't see any damage to it. But when you get these Predators, you have to run it through a cycle where you run it for a little bit, and then you got to change the oil out. So I guarantee that the people I got this motor from didn't change the oil out. They just filled it up and ran it. This thing's been ran for a while. The gas was looking pretty bad too. So, but we're still tearing into it. I'm going to get this the faceplate of the motor off, and then right here And then we're gonna change the gasket, and I'm gonna actually take the governor out while we're doing it. So, looks like all the gaskets for the card are still fine. Just don't want it to leak because I didn't drain the card yet. Okay, now I can tilt the motor. So, if you can find these, I actually work for a medical supply company, so this is a rotator for somebody could sit on it. This thing could actually sit 300 pounds. But if you can find a little rotator plate like that, it helps out so much where you just turn the motors. All right, let's tear into this real quick. That one seemed to torque down. This one right here seemed like that was torqued. So you have to torque these at a certain torque spec, and I can't remember it off the top of my head. It's on my torque wrench. That's usually just what I use it for. So I'll have to. I think it's like 14. Maybe it's only 7. I don't know. I can't remember. All right. There's something underneath there to keep it. So let's see what we got here. So I can take this off without. Oh, I'm replacing that anyway. I'm so used to working with the newer motors. This thing is kind of all messed up right over here. So, well, it doesn't look too bad. Let's get a light in there. I want to see if, since, boy, you're all fancy with that thing. I didn't know you could use the light while you do it.
It's just at the top left.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
Push it.
So, of course, you know, you got the governor in there. I'm going to take that out. But looking here, if you look at the oil, it's pretty bad, but there's a little bit of a glimmer. Do you see the little, oh, let's get focused. There you go. You see that? I'm going to wipe it off. I'm going to hope that there's nothing wrong with it, but you know what? I think it'll be fine. And we're going to take this out. This is that oil sensor. That if you tip the motor too much, it's going to...
Well, die.
Yeah. Dang it. But yeah, if you tip the motor too much, it's going to kill the motor. Let's see here. You know what I'm noticing?
What?
There is not a dot here. You see that?
Huh. Oh, there's a dot right there.
Oh, there you go. Hey. Oh, I see in the light. Okay. So, I'm going to rotate this because my camshaft came out. And you want to put them to where they're going to line up. So if you ever have a motor that's off, it's not, see how that shot up there? That you don't want that. Let's just keep turning that a little bit. Probably better if you turn the pull on the... Let's switch. Pull it. Pull just slightly. Not too much. Keep going. Keep going.
Oh gosh.
Keep
It's
going.
so hard to be the cameraman and do this.
Okay, there you go. Stop.
Okay, there we go.
All right, you're good.
Okay.
Let go of it.
You're
fine.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, let's see here. You want those to line up. So, that happens every once in a while. Whenever you pull off the faceplate of the motor, you can get these two. They need to be lined up. That's kind of your timing right here. You got this dot there and that dot there. That's your timing. You want both of those to line up. So,
Get in the way of the camera.
yep. Let's see if I can get in the way of the camera. Okay. Oh, look at that. So, there you go. See how they're at the same. That's what you want. You want those to be lined up. So if your crankshaft comes out and that happens, when you put it back in, make sure you have those lined up. I've heard of guys tearing the whole motor apart, put it back together, and it just won't start. It won't run right. It won't. Well, you want to make sure this is kind of your timing. So you want to make sure those are lined up. Okay, so I just took out the linkage here that goes to. It's still hot, but it goes to the governor here. So what I like to do is I like to actually cut it off so it's still hot. It's going to sit just like this. Okay, so I actually cut it right at the stopping point because this washer goes right back on there, and then I actually stuff this right back up into the top of the motor right over here. It goes up underneath, and then it sits on the top of the motor here. Okay, and then you use this little pin and you just lock it back in. Some people actually re-thread this and put a bolt in there. I don't think you need to, because I've never had an issue with that pin actually falling back out or anything. So the governor's up in here. So if you take this little plastic piece off. Usually I don't show this, but I'm just thinking it's good for a video. So you take this plastic piece off, and now you have those two flaps. You want to turn the motor right side up like this, and then those flaps will actually open up.
Or they'll be allowed to.
Yeah, because gravity will hold them. And then you have that little pin there. And this is the tricky part. So I do it like a lot of other people. You're going to take a hammer, screwdriver, and it's magnetized. You can feel it's magnetized because of the because you have the flywheel on the other side, and the flywheel has magnets on it. So you just take it in there like that, you get a good angle, and you hit it. And you cut into that. And it could take you 45 minutes to do this. I don't know. I just keep on hitting at it until it finally frees up. Alright, finally got it out. So this one, hammering on it, I sunk in the pin, which actually made it a lot harder to get it out. There you go. So, but it's out. Probably about, what did you say, 15 minutes?
Yeah, 15 minutes, I guess.
Which ain't too bad. Sometimes you have to get aggressive with it and just beat the crap out of it. Okay, so this is one part that I really do not like doing. But you see this little washer back here? You have to get that out. And it's going to be hard to get that out. Plus I got plastic up in there. I got some stuff I need to clean out because of trying to get that governor out of there. But that washer is really hard to get because it's actually being held up by the flywheel. The flywheel has magnets on it, and since the flywheel has magnets on it, every time you try to grab that pin and pull it out, it does not want to work. Okay. So sometimes, I mean, I got these long tweezers. Last time out of the Tillotson motor I did, this went really easily. Oh yeah. Nope, don't have it yet. Oh. There you go. So make sure you pull that out, because if you leave that in your motor and you forget to take that out, it's going to cause an issue. So I'm going to clean the plastic up inside there and clean it out, and then I'm going to take out the oil pressure sensor, or oil sensor. It's not pressure sensor, it's in vehicles. But the oil sensor for if you tip the motor, and then I'll put it back together. Okay, so I've got these tightened down, just finger tight. Now we're going to torque them. And to do the torquing of these bolts, they're going to be set to a certain torque. That way that you're not over tightening them, which can cause you to screw up your gasket. So yeah, it's going to be 14 foot-pounds of torque for these 6 bolts. So 14. All right. So that's what you want to do to make sure you're not going to over tight and screw up your gasket. That's one thing. I'm not sure why this gasket was leaking. It was sure made a mess. Did I get this one?
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
Okay.
you got that one. Don't worry.
All right.
Got it all on video.
Okay. It doesn't seem like much. Like when I do it, I'm like, wow, I can really torque down that a lot more. But if you torque it too much, then you're really screwing up the gasket. Okay, so I got the head off of the motor. This is where you're going to have your valve springs right here and right here. And the way they function is while you're cranking the motors, they're going to switch to open up the intake, and at the right time they're going to open up the exhaust, which actually helps the motor breathe and then pushes out the used up fuel and exhaust that comes out here. So I need to change these guys. They're pretty easy to squeeze, and so you have the well, you have the better valve springs. It's going to be right here.
There we are.
This is part of the performance kit from Go Power Sports. But if you have the stronger, these are 18-pound. You can get a lot stronger, but I'm just going to be running a simple 212. I'm not really doing much power to this because the kids are going to ride it.
Yay.
So to take off this spring, I actually want to take out the spark plug, and then you're going to shove some string down in there to keep the valves open, because if the valves fall down and you try to push on these and the valves aren't stuck open with the rope inside there, then the main shaft of the valve right here will sink down in. You can't actually get it locked on with the spring.
And then it's game over. Or
Game
whatever.
over, like a gamer would say.
Whatever.
Game over, yes, game over.
Y'all know what I mean.
So, all right, let's see here. Okay, so now I've gotten the everything set up to get ready to get the springs out. So right here you got these little clip caps. These little caps just come right off there. I've had them fling off and fly all over the room before. So you're just going to push in and then bring it towards the more open part of that gasket there, and it's going to just pop the spring right out. And you got to put the motor at top dead center and then throw the rope in there to keep the piston from moving. That way why can't I think of the dang word? This doesn't move anymore. Okay. Okay, so the difference between these two, so this is the stock motor, and then this is the 18-pound, and you can see I can squeeze that one. This one is a lot tighter than that one. So I changed the springs in the 420 that I have in the side-by-side that I built, and they were, I think, 36-pound springs, 35, 36-pound springs. I had the hardest time doing that stuff. Those springs were so strong that I couldn't even. There we go.
Juan.
you just call me Juan?
No, I said Juan.
Just kidding.
Juan.
All right. Make sure there's a seat in there correctly. And 2. Here we are. Let me put the caps back on. And since the rods were being held by the rope, they didn't move on me, because you can't really even do that without stopping them from moving by putting the rope up in there. So, and then put the rockers back in there. I remember that it was called a rocker.
Hey, that's good news.
Okay. The thing that's nice about these is that you don't have to change your valve lash with the rockers for the Hemi. The Hemi, you don't have to change your valve lash. It's just where it is. All right, so I had trouble with this one, but it finally got on. So kind of a all right. So once you get those on, again, yeah, I said that you didn't have to change the valve lash. So I just put paper towel in there to keep from these pins to falling down in there, because if the pins fall down inside the motor, then you're just going to have another bad day. Okay, so after you get the pins in and everything's locked in, then we are going to you want to just make sure it's going to still work just fine. Yep. All right. All set. I'm gonna put the cover back on. Put the fuel tank back on there. So the carb, do the, what's next? Do the jet and everything, and then we'll be ready to go. All right, so next thing that we're going to do is see if this actually fits. Think it's going to fit? Can you talk? You think it's going to fit?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Maybe,
All right,
maybe.
Let's see.
Because as we saw beforehand. Oh. Hold up. What was the one that we saw beforehand? Or the first one that you put in here? Was that the original?
It was stock.
Oh, that was stock?
Yeah.
What is this one then?
This is not stock. It's
Oh, you readjusted.
so no, stock would be with the original. I'm glad you're asking this question. Some people might think the same thing and not follow along while I'm doing the whole video. So, it comes with the exhaust, the stock exhaust, and the stock air filter on it. But now I'm putting on the performance kit, the Stage 1 performance kit, which is giving better airflow. Wait, you don't want me to look at you? And the exhaust is going to fit differently. So this is kind of exciting. I didn't know how the exhaust was going to fit. Let's see how it's going to fit. I want it to go just like that. Oh man, look at that.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's perfect.
All right.
We would just need to either put things like little latches right here and go ahead and wrap it around here, or on the bottom and wrap it around it.
Hang on. It's going to get better. All right, let's get this.
Oh, you're fully putting it on.
Yeah, I
Okay,
want to see
okay,
what it's going to
okay.
look like here.
Okay.
Because, okay. So I'm going to have to cut it down. Well, that's going to be the exhaust coming out of it. It's got to be a little bit lower. Just like that. So I may cut it just right here at this point right here. Just cut that edge off. And that should do fine. That should be fine for the exhaust. I wonder how we're gonna hold that up. I guess I can.
I'm thinking that maybe you
use
could.
brackets to.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Re-bracket something
Just
to it,
have,
just
like,
to hold it.
One go ahead and grab onto that one, and then the other one go ahead and grab onto it, and then do the same in the middle if you want, something like that.
So we have this. I may just weld a bracket up to the very back here to hold the muffler. Okay, so we got some cutting to do here, and then we'll get that exhaust on. But heck, man, it's gonna shoot right out the back. That's gonna be awesome.
Hoorah!
Okay, so next step is we're gonna tighten this down and get the exhaust on there, and then we're gonna be able to fire it up.
You know what those springs are? There.
Just enough tension.
Oh, Dad. What
Huh.
about in between the exhaust and here?
What about it?
I mean, like the spring.
I'm
What-
not worried about it.
Okay.
I really didn't get to thinking about that because I was.
Too excited.
No, I just wanted to see how it was gonna lay.
Oh.
That ain't gonna be nothing.
Yeah, seems fine.
Yeah. Well, there.
This is my view from behind on my ATV.
You think this will be faster? We should
Maybe.
get the Coleman out,
Oh, we should.
and we should test the Coleman against it.
Yeah, we should.
See which one's faster. I guarantee this thing's faster. And the Coleman is still stock 196. It doesn't have
196? Okay, yeah, this
Yeah.
thing might win. Wait, how much horsepower?
But I do have the new torque converter for it.
Ooh.
Oh man!
That'll be another
I got
project.
Real Power Sports. I went and got a 30 series torque converter for the Coleman CT200 EX mini bike that I have.
In that case, hold
That's
up.
what we should do. We should do a race.
We should. Bring these to the track, go ahead and just drag race.
I'll screw the track. Let's piss off the neighbors.
Yeah, let's do that. That's more fun.
Let's just ride around here because every time we ride around,
With loud vehicles.
you know what? These mufflers really do help. I don't know how this one sounds, but I know the ones on the go-karts, they sound pretty damn good.
Because the
I need to do a video of
the big one, that one's pretty loud.
The Hammerhead is loud.
Yeah.
And that 420, even though it's got a muffler, 420s just straight exhaust are super loud. That's what, that's pretty much what it is. It's straight exhaust. It just kind of gives it more of a deeper throated exhaust is all it does.
Yeah. Did you?
Okay. How many do you think? How many poles?
Oh gosh, I gotta say 2 maybe. Wait, check if everything's on.
Okay.
Like unlike last time.
Okay. I'm not so sure.
2 maybe.
I'm kind of nervous. Hopefully it's not like a.
I think it's 2.
All right.
What do you think?
I'm nervous, man. This is 212 on this thing. I mean, I ride the 196 all the time, and it's like, it's decent, but 55-pound mini bike with a 212 on it. All right, let's just go. Through.
All right, guess we'll find out.
All right, choke on, fuel on. Give it a second, let it full up. Oh, so I I wonder how this is gonna go. I put the clutch on backwards.
Oh god.
And I don't know how that's gonna go because I couldn't get it lined up without drilling a bunch of different holes for the plate. If it doesn't work, I guess I'll do that. We'll see.
We will see.
All right.
We will see. Watch, it
Takes
doesn't.
off.
Watch, it doesn't even turn on, or it doesn't even go ahead and go.
Oh my gosh! Why is it? I'm gonna have to turn this too. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to turn that.
Yeah.
All right. Ready?
1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2.
Close. We didn't actually guess, did we?
No, I did.
All right.
I guessed
Close.
2. All right. All right. I'll see you over there.
Over where?
Over there.
I'm not going over there yet.
Too bad.
Hang on. Woo. That sounds good. All right. Okay, well, it's definitely got more power.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Oh gosh.
Okay. I knew it was gonna
So
do
slow
that.
down on the start. Slow down on the start.
That was the point.
Oh.
I was trying to see what it could do.
Well, you witnessed it.
My big eyes and everything. All right.
Yeah, you should see that in the playback.
All right, let me get out of here. Okay, let's try that again.
Yeah, but this time without it going scraping up the muffler.
Hey.
Don't do it again. That startup is pretty fast. That is actually a really fast startup. Oh my lord. Oh my gosh. That's so fast. I mean, when you're on it, it doesn't seem that fast, but then when you're in third person.
That was awesome.
Oh yeah. Try and do a wheelie. Don't try and do a wheelie.
No, I've never done a wheelie before.
Do it.
No way.
Do it.
I just did. That's all what happened.
You have a damn good point. Stop trying to pop a wheelie.
Alright. So I think we should try to do a top speed run at least on
Oh, we should.
Let me
Alright.
get my helmet before we do that.
Yeah. Let's get your helmet, especially because of what. Yeah, it's so.
It didn't do too much damage. Cool, man. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna have to put that 80cc. Sissy can't ride this thing.
Oh no, I might be able to, but considering that you were able to pop a wheelie on your first turn.
Well, I was like, I'm gonna give it some gas. I'm gonna go. Well,
Might not want to do
dunked
that.
it too. I was all, dang it, no! All right. So I'm gonna go around the block and I'm gonna come down that way.
Okay, see you over there.
All right.
All right, let's get to this. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, I guess we're heading home. Wow. Stop popping wheelies.
I'm gonna put wheelie bars on this thing.
Oh, you're gonna put wheelie bars? You should. Considering.
That way you could give it some gas and just kind of coast up a little bit, but whew.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm shaking.
Oh,
Right.
I wonder why.
Oh, dude. I don't think that thing's made to go that fast.
Well, I guess it is.
No, it's not.
Considering we put a new motor in it.
It's originally an 80cc mini bike. And I just upped it up to 212. So, let's see where we're at.
Yeah, let's see. Here.
Oh, what's your password?
Something that you cannot know.
Something I cannot know. All right, loading again.
All right.
What do you think?
I gotta say at least like maybe 25, 35 maybe.
35?
Maybe.
Dude, I felt like I was going faster than that.
All right, well, I guess we'll see. Is it loading? How fast? How fast?
No. Back up, right? 45 miles an hour, and I'm shaking because I was going so freaking fast.
Oh my gosh.
45 miles an hour, man, that is... You kids are grounded from it. You guys can't work.
Dad, I'm able to ride the buggy. I think I'm good. I'm able to ride the blue bullet. I think I'm good.
It's kind of turned a little bit.
What is?
Just the muffler.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
That's
All right.
fine. That's fine.
So that's it for this video. Put the 212 on the motovox.
That's
80cc.
right.
Huh?
It was in the sun.
Oh, sorry.
It was blinding.
80cc motovox. Put a 212 in there, and I see people doing it all the time, and I was always like, you know, what can it do? Yeah, it's not smart. Like they say, don't try this stuff at home, you know? I wouldn't do it.
Then why are you doing it?
Because it's fun. It's so much fun.
I know.
All right. I could always put the screw for the governor in there to give you less throttle.
Oh, sure. I'll just take it out.
And we should try... No, I'm talking about it for Elizabeth.
Oh, in that case, yeah.
So
go
anyway,
ahead.
yeah. So this is it. Patriotic style. We're going to... And, of course, the clutch being backwards has no difference at all.
Oh, that's good.
So the next thing I want to do, I know there's going to be no comparison, but I want to ride the CT200 and this and do some drag racing and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But that's after I get the torque converter on it. So let's get the torque converter on it, and then we'll do some racing and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay? All right.